Okay, this is DragonofEternity and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker MSQ. In the last video, I went through the first dungeon of the expansion, the Tower of Zot. And now I've got to talk to Thavnair for the next quest. So let's see. The Jewel of Thavnair. Thavnair is rested and ready to set out. Enough rest, have you? You never were one for being idle. Right, Farshan bade us to come to Megaduta at our earliest convenience. The others will join us there once they have finished tending to the prisoners. Ah wait, on second thought, you and Astinian should go on ahead. I need to make a quick detour by the Great Work. We left Grohar in the Alchemist's care, you see. Best to fetch him before he's crammed into a specimen jar. Or some kind of jar. Just you and me then. The guardsman at the gate should wave us through. Where are we going? We're going into the city. Oh, lovely, so we should probably have access to the second half then. At least I hope we will. Can I just jump down? I don't know if I can or not. Well, there's one way to find out. 85. Okay, we're not going here for a while then. Why is it 85? Huh. Okay, you're either a B rank or an A rank. Uh-huh. That is a level 90 enemy. I'd rather not get close to it. So let's see, from last time I got 520 weapons. I suppose it'll be better than the 45 relics I've been carrying around. Yeah. So, if I can't access the city, it'll probably take a while to just get all the bloody Aetheryte points. Can you fly up there? Not by the looks of it. Oh hi, what are you? I have claws and gall, 81. Oh, you should go and do some of these. So let's see, Radiant Guardsman. Anastinian. Party check. With the tower gone, I expect that the state of alert will be lifted. Whoa. Too far away. Let me in. Ah, honoured scions, you're free to enter at your leisure. As I cannot leave my post, I'm afraid you must make your own way. Should you require directions in the city, the sentry stated at the fountain atop the steps should be glad to assist you. Whoa! Let me get in there and explore the city. Guess I can't go there yet, can I? Oh, there's like a thing here? Oh. Okay, let's see. So the main one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Even though I've been to Radz-at-han before, this place is a veritable maze. While we've been risk getting lost, we had best ask for directions from this sentry at the fountain. Either way, and don't expect me to act as your tour guide like certain others. Oh. Okay. 2 dragoons. On a trip. Let's get this. You'll permit me to get the Aetheryte net shards at least, right? Pretty fountain. Ah, Mistress Mariashna, I presume. I understand that you are here for audience with the satrap. Of the satrap. If you require directions to Megaduta, I should be glad to provide them. The satrap's residence is situated in Dharma, the highest part of Radz-at-han. To go there, I would ordinarily recommend a route that takes you by the bazaars in the city's north. Due to the state of alert, however, most businesses are currently closed and Aetheryte disabled. As such, I will provide you with an alternate path. First, please ascend the steps next to this fountain, then continue left. There will be more steps, and upon ascending them, you will emerge on Pax's path. Proceed for the large door on the right, and you will arrive at the Ruveda fibers. Within, you will find another sentry who will give you further guidance. In other words, we head up. Sounds straightforward enough. Sure. Ah, I see, we're taking a long way around. Okay. Okie dokie. Through the door, and the Watchful Radiant. Hello. Heading to Megaduta, are you? In that case, please follow this hallway to my right. You're right, so that way. And go for the door at the top of the stairs. You'll emerge at the entrance to the airship landing, where another sentry should be on hand to assist you. Incidentally, if you ascend the steps to either side of me, you'll find the workshops of Ruveda fibers. Though you're free to observe the odd sands, please take care not to lose your way. Okay. The Jewel of Thavnair. Alright, let me get this one. Yeah, that works. Vigilant Radiant. If you're here for an airship, I'm afraid all flights have been suspended until further notice. So the state of alert is still in effect. Perhaps it's for the best. That aside, we're not here for an airship, we have business at Megaduta. Oh, in that case, permit me to direct you. From here, it's quite simple, really. Ascend those steps, then continue straight ahead and across the bridge. You can't miss it. Okie dokie. Ah, I see. Yeah, they got a dodo farm. Oh, hi. A little bit extra dialogue. This is Dharma. I remember passing by here with Varshan. The situation being as it was, he regretted not being able to show us the sights. Life is yet to return to normal here, but when it does, you ought to pay another visit. Though the city is confusing, the food is quite good. I'm partial to hamster myself. The meat's surprisingly tender and flavorful. Squawk, squawk! Okay. Oh, there's cutscenes here. So there's the Aetheryte for the fibers. So then that means I'm missing this part of the city. Okay. Okie dokie. So now we go up to Megaduta. I suspect I'll be fishing here. Yeah. Wait a minute, is this on the giant purple spire? Maybe. And the tuning. Lovely, so that's about half the city covered. So let's see. Megaduta attendant. Greetings and welcome to Megaduta. May I inquire after your business? We are members of the Scions of the Seventh Door and come at the invitation of His Excellency. Of course, we have been expecting you. I will show you into the audience chamber if you would please follow me. Are curtains pulled up? Yeah, they are.
Are we the last to arrive? I hope we've not kept you waiting.
Okay, it's voice I can mute.
Not at all. Your comrade is feeling better, I trust.
Much better, thank you. Honest remedies are certainly potent, in more ways than one.
One becomes accustomed to the taste, although I hope you never have cause to do so. Pray, take your ease.
Full glad I am to see you all unharmed.
Valiant scions, for your heroism, you have my boundless gratitude. You cast down that dire tower and set free its hapless captives. You cleanse their souls of its corrupting influence. No words of thanks will suffice. In place of platitudes, I offer a bounty of warding scales. Pray accept your due reward, along with the goodwill of Radz-at-han.
Alchemists throughout the land were put to work in the forging of your talismans. The finished ones have been collected, and now await you at the High Crucible of Alchemia. Present this letter when you are ready to take them into your possession.
We are humbled by your generosity. Know that the inventive wisdom of Radz-at-han will be vital in restoring serenity to our star.
Every single one of those scales came from you, didn't they? You must still be in such pain.
"'Tis of no moment, a mere annoyance compared to the dreadful suffering inflicted upon this land and its people.
Albeit brief, my involvement in the Dragonsong War afforded me a glimpse of the myriad sorrows which consumed both dragon and man. Though you were half a world away, such tragedies as befell your kin must have affected you deeply. And yet, you chose to live among men.
In the age when that conflict first bloomed, my choice had already been made. In some distant place, man slew dragon, and dragon slaughtered man. Yet no hate could I muster for those smiling faces which did look to me for guidance. Not even my brother's righteous rage could rally me to his cause. I huddled here, secret and still, hoping against hope that which I had built would remain untouched by the chaos and carnage.
Twould seem we share the same desire for peace, great Vritra. To that end, I wonder if we might trouble you with another question. The Telophoroi are intent on recreating the final days, an apocalyptic event which we know to predate the sundering of the star. As the longest lived among us, know you aught of this terrible cataclysm?
Nay. When war and strife drove my sire from his home, He crossed the great expanse with only our unhatched eggs as company. He alighted upon a shattered source, its 13 reflections long since scattered beyond the rift. Of events preceding his arrival, he knoweth naught, save that which Hydralin hath deigned to disclose.
I see. So again, 'tis the inscrutable Hydaelyn to whom we must look for answers.
Seek you to divine the will of this star? If so, I have a tale which may afford you some small comfort. 'Tis a story from my youth, many years ago. To my sire, I once posed the question, of all the stars in the sky, why didst thou settle upon this one? To which Midgardsummer did reply, 'twas the last bastion of hope. He believed so long as Hydaelyn endured, so too might dragonkind. Solemn and portentous were his words. What deeper meaning they held, I could not, dared not pursue. 'Tis a stone I've left unturned ever since. Yet take you solace in the knowledge that whatsoever Hydaelyn does strive towards, 'tis an ideal which hath earned my sire's conviction.
Thank you, Vritra. You've given us warm reassurance in a world gripped by cold uncertainty.
While I'm sure we all have a great many questions, I think it's time we collect the talismans and be on our way. Our fight against the Telophoroi is far from finished.
We must take our leave, but please do inform us if we can provide any further assistance.
Prithee, a moment. There is one whom my sire hath judged worthy of honor and respect. The one known to men as Eorzea's champion. This hero of renown and rumor, 'tis thee. I know of his clash with Omega, and the long slumber which was his price. Yet even closed in sleep, my father's eyes are far from blind. He is watching over thee, watching over this world. 'Twas a revelation most pleasing that thou, a child of man, had gained Midgardsummer's trust, but alongside mine elation runneth a rivulet of dread. For upon thy life's reel wind too many threads of fate, power, wheel enmeshed with woe. Amidst this tangled knot thou shalt know no rest. 'Tis an endless confluence of forces, a struggle without surcease. More terrible still is the attrition wrought upon thy companions, as they are swept up in the storm of thine existence. Even cowering behind my curtain, I know the suffering of the powerful. I have watched my siblings driven mad by loss. Thus do I exhort thee to spare no effort to keep thy loved ones safe.
Apologies. We hadn't meant to interrupt.
It's just that we do have a history of suddenly collapsing, and when you didn't follow us out...
'Tis I who must apologize. I have detained your champion overlong with idle chatter. Go. At war's end, I pray I welcome thee back into my hall, where together with thy joyful comrades, you may toast your triumph.
Well, that was a good scene. What would happen if you didn't do the Omega raid? That was a good question. Our apologies again. I hope we didn't force you to conclude your conversation prematurely. So, what were you and Vritra talking about? Nothing? Very well, if you say so. The others have gone ahead to the High Crucible. Let's catch up to them. Okie dokie. Like his sister Tiamat, Vritra is possessed of a gentle soul. I'm glad they're on our side. Yeah, I wonder what's happening in Marasidia right now. Oh no. Why would you give me this? Why would you give me this cursed meal? The colour of joy. Alpha now has a mind to join the others at the High Crucible. The attendant was kind enough to give me directions to the High Crucible. First, let us return to the Mulberry Orchard. Are you guys not following me? Okay. Okie dokie. So where am I going? I suspect it's there. I understand the mulberries are for the silkworms, grown a stone's throw away from the satrap's residence. It gives it the quintessential Thavnairian flair, don't you think? Okay. From here, we're supposed to follow the path left and past the mulberries. The colour of joy. Is it going to show me another Heidelin in a flower scene? That might be a thing. Lots of elephant motifs. Yeah. The word huge apparently means bind in the local tongue, and this district is so named because it connects all others in the city. If we manage to come this far, we shouldn't have trouble finding the High Crucible, or so I was told. Where the street turns, enter the door straight ahead, then descend the steps. I thought the Crystarium was confusing, but it doesn't compare to Radz-at-han. The architecture and decorations make it even harder to get your bearings. Anyway, let's see where this door takes us. Okie dokie. So let's see, this takes us down to here. And then Aephorite. Right, give me a sec, you two. According to... Son of a... Woo, it seems we're on the right track. So here's the Aephorite Plaza. So far so good, and there isn't much to go. From here we just need to cross the other side of the hall, then pass through the larger of two doorways. Or larger of two doorways, I can pronounce things. The High Crucible lies beyond. I suspect the others have already collected the warring scales. Come, let us join them. So I haven't been to Kama, and I haven't been to Mayhain? Can I go this way? Well, one way to find out. What's that quest? Expanding House of Splendors. Yep, it's a crafter thing. Okay. Okie dokie. So let's get these over two before I get the Aephorite. Oh wait, I can't teleport to that, can I? So just Alzal's piece and then that way. Okay. So let's see. Fibers. Already nosed. Wait, have I not got that one either? Sheesh. Karma. Okay, so I have some more to get then. Okay, where is this taking me? So from here, it's over to there. Did that eye just fade out of existence? No, it's there. So then along here should be Kama. Yeah, there's the Aephorite. Or F in that shard. Ba-boom. So then the final one to get is Hall of the Radiant Host. Now if I can jump down from that bridge, that would be great. Right, this bridge. And jump. And jump. There we go. Whoa. Well, there was something up top. So it's through here for Hall of the Radiant Host. And then I just have to walk back, I guess. There's no faster route. Alright, so the Aephorite should be there. And that's all of the Ethernet shards in this area. Lovely. Woo. You've attuned yourself to all of the Ethernet shards in Radz-at-han. Fantastic. Alright, so the High Crucible of Alchemia. Was there an Ethernet there? No, there wasn't. Okay, so the larger door and straight ahead. God, there's a lot of side things to unlock. Uh-huh. Oh, hey, you two. Party check. You took your time, got turned around, I take it. Yeah, I've been collecting FNOT shards. My bad. For this land still afforded For this land have been afforded a respite. In turmoil do many others languish still. Our work is far from finished. Well, we've got the means of them fighting the things in the tower, at least. Any other scions around here? Not by the looks of it. Nah. Oh, there's a Stinian. And Grohan Cryo. As I heard, after you defeated Nidhogg, his scales found their way into the hands of the firmament's artisans. Steeped in powers they are, it's no surprise that they were coveted. Still, it is a strange legacy for the vengeful worm. Wait. Are you talking about, like, these weapons? Were they made with scales of Nidhogg? Because if that's true, then damn. Let's see, Grahar. I'm quite well now, I assure you. As they say, the stronger the taste, the stranger the colour, the more effective the remedy. With my body trying to replenish the ether I spent, however, I'm feeling rather famished. I think a sampling of the local delicacies is in order. Hamza cuisine would be a good place to start, perhaps. Yes, you eat a whole dodo. The students have previously turned to Radz-at-han alchemists for help with the analysis of various artifacts. That's how I became acquainted with Nidana. I'm glad we could rescue her, and pray she makes a full recovery. Half an hour. What an immense laboratory! How many such places were enlisted to help forge the warding scales, I wonder? You still there? Excellent, you're in time to hear Lay's good news. So did anyone pick up that limb that was in the Tower of Azot? Well last, of course, but at least we found the place. Oh, music!
These are the talismans we were promised.
And voices! I can mute!
Yes, and I made a quick count. There are far more than we could have hoped for. Enough to outfit an entire company of soldiers, in fact. Considering the involved process, that they were able to manufacture so many in such a short span of time is nothing short of a miracle.
Once we have distributed them to our allies in Eorzea and the Far East, we'll have a fighting chance to bring down the other spires, just as we did with the Tower of Zot.
Or we could use them to invade Garlemald proper, and strike directly at the Talophoroy's base of operations. Of course, we would need to consult with various alliance leaders before such a drastic measure could even be contemplated. To which end, I could set out forthwith and present the idea to each of our allies in person.
Pray allow me to undertake some few of those journeys. I find myself restless and in need of purposeful duties.
I can head eastward. Bosnia and Dalmasca are just a short hop from here. And Doma's shinobi network should come in handy for passing on the word.
We shall share the burden then. Meanwhile, I think it best that you and the others take the talismans back to the Valdesian Annex. We must keep them safe and secure until we've decided upon a course of action.
Please, I must speak with you.
Nidana, you're awake.
Yes. When I spoke with the carer at my bedside, she told me that one of the scions, a young woman, had cleansed me of the tower's corruption. It seems I'd been asleep ever since the treatment. But when I awoke and learned you were all still here, I knew I had to come.
As you said, Nidana was captured only recently. Such a brief exposure is swiftly cured, so I tended to her before we gathered at Megaduta.
I am truly grateful that you did. I cannot thank you enough. All of you, for everything you've done. Destroying the tower, rescuing our people. You've saved Thavnair from an awful fate.
Yet who hath truly saved whom? Due in no small part to thine inspirational courage, the alchemists were successful in reproducing warding scales of proven efficacy. Replications of thy work now stand ready to travel across the seas, unto the hands of those who might wield them against this rising evil.
The talisman? Is this true? Oh, I was so groggy from sleep. I didn't even think to ask. Oh, our great work sent across the seas. It was worth it. Oh, it was all worth it.
Look at that! Its color is completely changed.
What do you have there? How unusual. I wonder if the effect is a reaction to Akasha.
I'm afraid I'm not familiar with that term.
Akasha? It is one of the unseen energies defined by Harnish alchemical theory. Though a gross oversimplification, some describe it as an essence influenced by feelings.
You imply that it is distinct from ether?
Foreign scholars often conflate the two, but we see them as separate concepts. Ether is an energy which permeates the land. It exists within animals, objects, even the air we breathe, affecting all through which it flows. Akasha, on the other hand, exists in a domain beyond our reach. A gift bestowed from on high, or torn from the heavens in some traditions. Akasha can neither be created nor destroyed. It is beyond our power to purposefully alter or manipulate. The only thing observed to influence it is an abundance of, I want to say, spiritual emotion. As a veteran of the battlefield, surely you've experienced moments of desperation or exaltation when you've transcended the usual limits of your capabilities. That is a manifestation of Akasha, the invisible essence harnessed by heart, mind, and unyielding spirit.
I really must hear more about this theory. Our disciplines are based entirely upon the idea that ether is the fundamental form of all energy.
I'm glad my haphazard explanation has piqued your interest. But even for us, Akasha is a somewhat abstract field of study. A lack of practical application lends itself poorly to formalized research. Which is why my analysis of your flower can amount to little more than idle speculation. I am sorry.
Nonsense! You have nothing to be sorry for. Your insight is much appreciated.
Shall we depart for Sharlayan then? I will see to it that the talismans arrive at the Annex.
And we will be in touch once our talks are concluded. I suggest you rest while you can. From here onward, sleep is bound to be in short supply.
Okie dokie, that was a good scene. Nadana. The last thing I remember before being absorbed into the tower was you rushing towards me. I can only imagine the hardships you and yours must have had to overcome to rescue us. No amount of words will suffice to express my gratitude, but I hope the flower's radiant glow says everything I cannot. Is that flower going to end up being like a giant rainbow at the end of this? Because I am all for it. I really want to use the ether right, but I can't. So back to this we go. 1600 gil, sheesh. I really need to stock up on aetheryte tickets. Uh-huh. Right, last time I checked here, there was about 300, 400 people in this zone. How many people are there now? Let's see. It's about the same. Alright, so not as bad as it was yesterday. Although I don't know if the Americans have woken up yet. The joys of being a British player on a US server. Ay. I should say I do have a character on Chaos. I just need to get her past Shadowbringers. Right, Kryl, it's good to be back and with the fruits of our labours safely in storage. For now, we have to wait for the others to return to their respective meetings with the Alliance leaders. As Vanquid suggested, you should get some rest in the meantime. Ojika! Welcome back, Marishta. Kryl has apprised me of your recent accomplishments. What an amazing feat to eliminate a tower and pave the way to deal with the rest. While it isn't much, I've changed your sheets and plumped up your pillow. After all, there's nothing like collapsing in a night's clean bed after completing a major milestone. I guess that's milestone. Be it penning a thesis or defeating deiform entities. So, would you like to have a look at your new and improved lodgings now? I've never actually been in there, so sure. A lovely Archon loaf. Whoa. Now will this... Nah, it won't get me to 82. Right, is this going to be like the end cutscenes in the first? Or there's going to be a ghostly visitor? Oh, it's back to being grey.
Take heart and protect them well.
Oh.
Good, you're here. You haven't eaten yet, have you?
I didn't invite you into my room.
Bought quite a spread if you're interested. Only the finest dining from the last stand.
Okay, I guess we're doing this. I'm gonna mute the mic.
Lest you wonder, we invited Estinian as well. But he refused with a rather grim-faced, "No, thank you." I suspect Sharlayan cuisine is not to his liking.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Perhaps our lone wolf just needed some time apart.
What? To perfect his brooding stare? Next time, I'll drag him out by the ear, sit him down in front of a Sharlayan feast, and see that he eats every last bite.
An excellent idea. Of all people, warriors must take proper meals and rest if they are to maintain a healthy constitution.
Poor Estinian, beset on all sides.
Speaking of one's physical condition, Mistress Cryle, I hear you recently played literal host to Heidelin herself.
And what an experience that was.
Tiring, yes, but no lasting harm done.
If anything, I should have liked to speak with her longer.
I've not felt a hint of her presence since.
Heidelin instructed you to carry that flower, yes? Twill be your guide, test and proof of your conviction. And then something about seeking joy in darkness, was it? Come to think of it, isn't that what happened with Nidana back in Radz-at-han?
The flower did seem to radiate a joyful glow, as if reflecting the elation we all felt. The relief of a people with renewed hope.
Indeed, and in turn, I felt buoyed by that radiance. 'Twas akin to spotting a beacon and knowing we were on the right path. I know we've not yet triumphed over the Telophoroi, or learned the full breadth of the Forum's plans. But even within the midst of our struggles, we find small moments of joy to sustain us. Rare and hard-won, perhaps, but it is this pursuit of happiness that gives us the strength to carry on day after day. Hey, that's mine.
To the swift the spoils. Though I recall that levitation spell of yours was quick enough.
Only barely. And even at my best, I'm still too slow to wield it effectively in battle. Mayhap I simply require more practice with this new magic.
You unearthed it from the depths of Numenon, I presume?
Aye, and from a veritable mountain of arcane tomes at that. 'Twas necessary to facilitate my solitary explorations.
Or, to put it simply, you used it to sneak around the Forbidden Archives.
Yes, well, after a fashion. They're tall, you see. The shelves, they're too tall for me. And I could hardly move the library's platforms without attracting attention now, could I?
Oh!
I'm not that ambitious. But 'tis pleasant to idle away the hours every once in a while.
Enjoying the bracing cold, I see. Do you not own a warm coat or a cloak? Something in fur? Or fashioned from the skins of your enemies? Or... well, never mind that. I come to you once more as the bearer of bad news. Our tower in Thavnair has been toppled, and I need not tell you by whom. Given how many we have at our disposal, the loss of a single spire is hardly fatal to our plans. It does, however, slow the rate at which we siphon ether. If they continue to preoccupy themselves with the towers, then all will be well. But should our foe prove bold enough to strike at us here, then the timing becomes questionable. Our foe is bold enough. Of that, I can assure you. Yes, very well then. I suppose I must prepare a proper welcome. Honestly, talk of your nemesis is the only thing you seem to enjoy. Does nothing else spark your interest? No. All else is equal. Equally tedious, equally disappointing. The world is a tepid bog into which we sink, too weak to thrash as the mud clings to our eyes and fills our throats till we blissfully choke. But then came the light, blinding and pure and hot, so very hot, enough to set my soul aflame. I basked in the afterglow until the void yawned once more. And then I knew the muck would never claim me again. There was naught for me ahead, so I drew the curtain on all that had come before. Burn. Burn. Let the whole star burn. I will have my contest. I will reclaim my moment. How wonderful that the emptiness of death has not dissuaded you from committing your life to its pursuit once more. I don't know whether to envy you or pity you. You question my disinterest, but what of yours? Despite your noisome antics, I sense you take little pleasure in this endeavor. Mercy, my lord. Such pointed barbs from one who barely acknowledges my existence. Nevertheless, you are mistaken, for I do find this part somewhat enjoyable.
You see, when I was mortal, I would always have the same dream. It was a fragmented thing, disjointed, all the faces incomplete. The setting too was unknown to me, so I thought it simply a fantasy of my sleeping mind. Until one day, I realized it was showing me the truth, much as your dream of the final days enlightened you. And soon, very soon, the rest of the world will see the truth of my dream too. Yes, I think that is something we can both enjoy.
Okay, I think that's all I can do this video. I need to be level 82 to accept the next quest. So I guess putting all of the experience onto the Paladin was a bad idea. I need to do a roulette to get that extra XP. Ay. So I guess I'll be doing it off screen, and then I'll be accepting the level 82 quest from Kryl next time. So, I guess if that, I will end this video here. This has been DragonofEternity going through more Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker. In this video, I finished up the post Tower of Zot quests. And in the next video, I will be accepting this quest from Kryl after I hit level 82. So I need to do a roulette off screen. So, yeah. With that planned out, viewers, with my rambling hopefully now finally done. Until next time. Alright, which one am I going to do? I would go tank, but I need the Dragoon level. Oh, I'll figure out what to do. Until next time.